Today we'll be taking a look at the Power Tools Bid Solicitation program. The Power Tools Bid Solicitation program is a companion product of the estimating system. Let's begin by taking a look at some of the setup options. At the bottom of the screen you will see System Settings. The first button is Enter Your Company Information, where you can enter your address information and company name and a list of estimators to be used on the estimates. Next up is Program Settings and Defaults. Here we can set up certain options for fax if you're using that, options for emailing, the web interaction settings. We can enable or disable the web responses, and enable or disable the plan room. There are also miscellaneous settings. One of note would be the email to all contacts for each company on any send. When that button is checked, the bid program will send invites to not just the company, but the contacts as well, making sure you've got all of your bases covered. The user-defined drop-down values are where you can modify what shows up in the myriad of drop-downs we have throughout the system, all completely customizable. Just select the option on the left and make changes to the drop-down settings on the right. User creation and access rights is a form where you can enter your list of users that use the system and what their access level will be, as well as their password. Our CSI cost code list allows us to enter in a custom set of CSI codes and descriptions, add in comments if you like. And our CSI mass change allows us to select a certain CSI code and make a change to the number and or description if desired. Below that we have user-defined fields. You can add a field to type regular text, combo text, date, number, or a simple yes/no checkbox along with the field name. And that will be added to the company address book. Going back to our main menu, in the company addresses, you'll see above we have a drop-down with a list of all of our projects that are marked as active. More on that in a second. In company addresses, there's a list of all the companies that we would want to invite on any project at any time. By selecting a company name and hitting All View, I get a form view of that particular subcontractor, displaying basic address information, contact info, miscellaneous information such as geocode, minority, notes. We have a list of trades or CSI codes they work under. I can add as many as I need to. User-defined fields that are built into the system. You can modify these labels as needed. In this section, we can check off projects and decide to add them to the currently existing project. Below that, we have our list of contacts. And there's the Email All Invites drop-down. What this allows me to do is omit somebody from receiving an invite if they're in the contacts list. Across the top of the screen are Add Company and Add Contacts, Delete Company, View All with Trades, which will display a list of all the contractors listed once for each CSI code they have. This allows me to filter down to a particular type if I choose to, or to see how many of one type I have in a certain area. I can filter down by electrical contractors in Orlando. Next to that is bid history, where I can select a particular subcontractor and see what projects I've invited them on, whether or not they bid, and what their amount was. In the attachments, I'm able to attach files to a particular subcontractor. Information I may want to keep include things like W-9s, insurance certificates, and other items. The Email New Ad Request button will generate an email in your Outlook email system. that contains a link that can be sent off to someone to fill out. There'll be a blank form online where they can then enter their information, and you can import that information without having to retype it, saving you time and increasing accuracy. The same link that shows up in the email can be placed on your website, so the subcontractors can go there and enter their information. Send email is just that. It sends an email to the currently selected subcontractor. And send mass update email will actually email off everybody a link where they can then update their information inside the bid program. Next up is the bid setup. These are my projects. If I choose to say all view, I'll see all of them along with the active checkbox. Any that are not marked as active will not show up in the drop-down list, allowing me to keep my history but not have a cluttered mess to go through every time I want to change projects to work with. Add new will give me a blank form to fill information on a new project. I can delete a project or copy from an existing one, including the people I've invited from that particular project. Back in the form view, I have my basic project information, including bid date and time, my bid project address, owner information, contractor info, and architect info. Bottom left, I have miscellaneous and lien data. In the bottom right, I have main and scope of work. I can create multiple scopes of work per project if I need to, including addendum information, memorandums, or cancellations of bids to send out. The top right, you'll see in the estimating information section, you'll see the plan room files button. This allows me to queue up files to be sent to my online plan room. I can create and modify folders. With the folder selected, I can add files to the queue to be sent. And once they're all queued up, I can hit send, and they'll all be uploaded to the plan room. I can also hit subs at visited and see who's clicked on the links that we've sent in the invitations. I can also delete files for a particular project. In the bid addresses form, I determine who I'm going to invite on the project. I can do that in a couple of ways. One of them is just to add from my company address book. Filter down to the codes and areas that I want, check all, and assign. Another option I have is add from existing bid. Within this form, I can also track the status of those that are responding, whether via phone, email, fax, or via the online portal. I can track if I've received a bid, and I can track the amount. If I click on Display All Bids for Editing, I'll get a listing of all the people I've invited for all the projects that are active, and be able to track the same information. In the Send Bid Documents form, this is where I do my actual emailing or faxing of the invites. The built-in invite is an access report built in. Can't be modified, only the verbiage. Whereas a custom invite uses a Word doc template that you can modify to fit your company's style. You can create as many templates as you need to fit your purposes. They'll receive a link for the plan room specific to them, and a link for responding specific to them. One of the template types in the customs is an update request. If you've selected Send Update Info Request up here, then the invitation link will instead be an update request link. When they click on it, they'll be brought to a form displaying their information as it exists in your company address book. There they can modify address information, phone, and contact info along with CSI codes. And you can then apply those updates to your system. Below that we have View Sent Faxes. This allows us to keep track of which ones have gone and have not gone through the faxing portion. I can also see which ones haven't been processed yet. In my bid responses, I will see a list of those that responded via the invitation response link, along with their response of no, yes, or take me off your list. I can apply those updates in a myriad of ways. In the company update requests, I'll see those who have responded to requests for updating their company information or have filled in the blank form to be added to your list. Below that is our report section. And we have reports for listing all subcontractors in the company address book, sorting them by CSI code, listing the ones that have been sent for a particular bid or estimate, along with minority reporting, and others. I'd like to thank you for taking a look at the Power Tools Bid Solicitation program. Should you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 407-834-0700 or email info@thepowertools.com or go to our website www.thepowertools.com for more information. Thank you.